All right, all right. Good morning, all. It's morning for me. Might not be for you guys, depending on where you are. We'll go ahead and get started today. I do have something that I want to talk about. It's something that we kind of touched base on in the past, and um, it's time to look at it a little deeper here and go over my thoughts on it all. Hi, is anyone here? I have no sound. You guys should have sound now. Let me know if you don't, but I think you should be okay. Good to go now. So. Anyway, welcome to Lunch and Learn. I shouldn't be more than about 30 minutes for you guys. There are some things that I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Um, if you're just the way I would summarize this is if you're not familiar with me and who I am, Frank Garay with the National Real Estate Post, been doing, basically a video blog on the mortgage and real estate industry for the past 14 years. And through the course of doing that, have obviously been able to connect with many originator, company owner, over the past 14 years. And something that I'm finding today, I'm finding just a little disturbing, and I'm just not sure if there's anything that can be done about it. And that's this, there's this whole notion of the rates bumping up a little bit here this year, and that cooling off the refi boom, but even though it's still just blazing hot. So there's that whole notion of all this stuff. And I also have the ability, I've got some software, some cloud-based stuff that where I can literally look at the production of any originator in the NMLS, everybody. And it's pretty incredible to be able to do that. A lot of times we have originators come to us saying, hey, I want to change companies. Where can I go? And of course, we're connected to a few that we send them to. But when that happens, I look at the production, right? I just get right in there and bloop, there it all is right in front of my face. And in doing this, I'm and in communicating with so many originators and company owners across the country, I'm just looking at the production that's getting done right now. And I'm just blown away at, that it's so heavily refi. It's just really kind of tripping me out. I even in this is our little man cave. I've taken this over as my office now. It's kind of a cool little spot. But up here in this space, there's a mortgage broker right next to me. Successful mortgage broker. He's got 3 offices, one up here in Northern California, one kind of in the middle of the state, and one in Southern California. So he's got, probably 15 or 20 loan officers, not massive office, but not just your, single broker guy. And just for fun, I was like, I wonder how his production is, and I went in there and I looked up him and everybody in his office. And I'm going to tell you, they are sitting at about 90-10, probably 90% refi, 10% purchase, and in any of the other people that I look at, sometimes I do come across some originators that are like 60-40, 60 refi, 40 purchase is pretty good, but really rare. Most of the people are averaging, I'd say, closer to 80-20. That's what most people are kind of, averaging. And so, okay, so what do we do with that? What we do with that is we go, well, as an originator, right now while the refis are hot, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to, and hopefully sock away the money. Please sock away the money. Don't spend it on, Corvettes, right? So hopefully socking away the money, working hard, which is what you have to do and is a smart thing to do. Why not? The money's there, take it, okay? Of course, everybody in the world will tell you, who's a mortgage coach of any kind or whatever, would say, hey, but don't forget your real estate people. And so I think a lot of us put some effort into that, or at least we have our 5 or 6 steady Eddie agents that, we can rely on to think of us, but we're not necessarily growing that part of our business, right? We're just kind of maintaining it while we reap the benefit of all the refi stuff going on. But so here's my thing though. If rates start to zip up a little bit and we start getting into the 3s, maybe 3.5, 3 3/4, something like that toward the end of the year or something, then that refi business obviously is going to, we all know this, we're not, this is very basic stuff. Refi business is going to drop considerably. Okay. So what we do as originators, we've always done, what we always do and will always and have always done, in these markets. And believe me, I've been doing this since January of 1987. So I know I've been down this path many times. What we always do is we go, okay, refis are drying up, better get back to those realtors. And so then we, start making ourselves more available, or getting out there, or visiting offices, or whatever it is we do to try and supplement what we're missing on the refi side, or what's drifted away, eroded away on the refi side. We try to supplement that on the purchase. It'll never be quite as good, but if we can at least supplement some of that on the purchase side, that's what we typically try to do. And I think we would all agree with that. Yeah, that's what we try to do. Here's the only issue with trying that now. There's a problem, and it's a problem that I don't, based on what I'm seeing of these originators, and this guy next door to me and everything, I don't think that we're seriously trying to address this problem today. I think everybody is waiting till they have to address it, which is the wrong time. But whatever, I'm guilty of that stuff all the time too. But here's the problem I'm going to bring us to is, at some point in time, when we as originators decide we're going to try and move over to the purchase side and revive that, or beef it up, or whatever, to make up for what we're losing on the refi side, we're going to be faced with a big problem over there. And the big problem over there is the fact that there's no houses to sell. I mean, there's no houses to buy, right? There's no inventory, guys. And inventory is an extremely huge problem for the real estate community right now. I think that it's a 6-month worth of inventory is average, right? Where we want to be. 6 months worth of inventory is what's a nice, healthy, mix of buyer and seller, that type of a thing. Still get a little appreciation, but nothing crazy. But, there's homes to buy, there's buyers to buy them, a nice normal market. We're just over a month worth of inventory right now, and it's been that way for a while. And the problem is that the prognosticators, that we know and trust, are saying it's going to be like this for a while. It's not going to just flip overnight. And so if we're going, okay, refis are eroding, now I'm going to go back out and get those purchase deals, there aren't any, is what I'm trying to say, or there's very few to be had. With inventory being so low, and I'm sure you're experiencing this. I know all of you have real estate agents. You've got buyers, pre-approved buyers, and you've got agents trying to get them into a listing and or get them into a sale. And I'm betting you guys are finding that these agents are finding that it's difficult to get them in, because when they make an offer, there's maybe 15 offers. And let's talk about the offers that get accepted these days. Your first-time home buyer is really screwed today. What I'm seeing in my area, and I sell real estate now, is in my area, it's like, first-time home buyer ain't getting no house. I mean, it's just not going to happen. When an offer comes in on a home, or when offers come in on a home, what the seller is more than likely going to take is an offer that was above asking price, but also, even more importantly, they're going to take an offer that's not only above asking, but an offer that's willing to pay that price regardless of the appraised value. In other words, they've got the money. So, if they buy a house for 200,000 and it appraises at 190, they can still afford to buy it for 200. They can pay the difference in cash. That is not your typical first-time home buyer, right? It's not. These are typically people that are selling a home to buy, and they've got the equity to where they can make an offer like that. And that's what's happening, and the first-time home buyers getting squeezed out. So, depending on your pipeline and what you've got going on in there, what type of pre-approvals you have, I'm just saying that the purchase market for us, when refis erode on us and you got to start focusing more on the purchase side, I see it being a difficult proposition to have the purchase side of things make up for the loss on the refi side. Might make up for a little bit, but not much. One of the things you are going to have to do is, if you've got like 5 steady Eddie agents, well, you're going to have to bring that to like 15, just to have enough coming out of them, because it's so hard to get offers accepted. Just have enough coming out of them to kind of try to sort of supplement what we're going to lose on the refi side. So that's the concern that I see. And in fact, I wrote an article for NAM for their next magazine that's going to come out in March about this. And what I'm trying to say is I don't, there's not some magic solution to this or anything, but I will go over what I think you could do today. One of the things, but I just think that all of us need to really start paying attention to this today, and trying to figure out, where am I going to get this other business from? Is that going to be maybe relocation companies you can get in and start working with? Can you get in with a real estate company and take care of the entire office with some sort of MSA or something? Whatever it is, you're going to have to understand that the typically when we can move over to the purchase business and talk calling realtors, that ain't going to work this time. You're going to have to call on a ton more realtors to have any luck with that. So one thing that we can do, though, or something that we've been working on for everyone that I think might be a good alternative is, and we talked about it before, is looking at commercial real estate, commercial lending, I should say, for us, commercial lending. And and so I know the immediate thing there is, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to learn how to do that. And, that's like starting all over again. I get it, but it's really not. There is a solution for it where you don't have to learn it. You don't, you just have to find the deals. And I'll get to that in a second. But I think the commercial space is the space that we need to look at as lenders. And the reason why is, while there's no inventory for residential, and that market's going to stay very, very tight and competitive for a while, refi business is going to start to erode. The commercial space might be a nice supplemental avenue to pursue. And here's what I mean by that is, 2021 for commercial lending is going to be really big. That's because 2020 really took a toll on a lot of commercial property owners, right? So you've got a lot of commercial property owners that are going to be looking to find some sort of relief or help, and that's going to come in the form of some sort of a COVID friendly or COVID, supported bridge loan, right? To help them go from being underwater and behind to getting some sort of a lower interest rate, interest only product for a while that they can afford until they can roll it out into something else down the road. So there's going to be the need for that big time, or they'll just pull cash out, or whatever the case may be. So there is a need for that in 2021, a big need for that. But there's also going to be a lot of commercial real estate getting bought and sold, because some commercial property owners are just going to let stuff go or sell it because they can't swing it, and somebody else will come in and pick it up, pennies on the dollar kind of a thing, and work it. So the commercial space is something to consider, because there's a vacuum, and there's not a lot of there's there's not a lot of competition in your local area in that space. So if you show up in your area kind of doing this now, you'll pick up some business. And so I'll share my screen, because we talked about this before, where we launched, NREP business lending. So, and that's this right here. So this is NREP business lending. I'll text you I'll chat you guys. I think I can chat this to you, the link. It's nrepbizlending.com if I can't get it to you, but I'm sure I can get it to you. Here we go, chat. I'll put it in chat. So there's this right here. It's not 100% ready. You could certainly get in it now. You can start working in it now. It's not a problem. It's just the training material isn't completed yet. I'll have it done this week. And so here's the way that this works, just so you know, is commercial lending isn't subject to the NMLS. Commercial lending is not subject to the CFPB. Commercial lending is like the non-QM of non-QM. It's way out in left field. So even though you're working at a mortgage company and your license is there and you have your NMLS number and all that stuff, to get involved in commercial lending, at least through us, through NRP Business Lending, doesn't impact that at all. This would be a side gig. You become what we call a marketing agent for us. It's 1099, you know, totally on the side, you know, side hustle for commercial business. And what you're, if you if you guys joined us at NRP Business Lending, what would happen is you're going to get an account, and um, you're going to get some marketing materials. Now we're working on those marketing materials right now. Um, every one of you will get one of these. Okay, so, and just so you know, I am a part owner. We are National Estate Post, Frank and Brian, and our partner Keen. We are a very minority owner of NREP Biz Lending. We're like 20%, right? Um, but we are also acting as marketing agents. So I'm doing exactly the same thing that you would be doing, because I'll actually make more money if I find a deal and run it through NRP Biz Lending than the money that I think I'm going to get on any overrides from anything, right? So what we decided we would do it on our end is we would create training and marketing materials and give you the stuff you need and point you in the right direction to try and find these leads, these commercial loan leads. One of the things that everyone who joins us at NRP Business Lending is going to get is one of these landing pages. Okay. Of course, it would have your phone number down here, not ours. And see where it says NRP commercial / easy. Well, that would be your name or something like that. NRP commercial / Bob Jones, or whatever the case may be. So you'll have your own landing page that you can market. And all you're looking for is to get somebody's name, phone number, and email. We're also going to be producing for you guys. Let me see if it's up here. Um, postcard templates. So you can do actually mailing campaigns in your local area, and they'll be customized, of course, your number, right? And then your landing page link if you want that to be there. And so we're also going to show you guys, how to go about finding this business. And I think you're going to find that it's not that difficult. I'm going to log in. And this is the same as it would look for you. This is just a marketing agent account, very simple dashboard, right? But you can see here we have a training button. This is the part that's not completed yet. We do talk about some of the loans that we offer, and you don't have to know this stuff, right? But we're gonna provide in here. I'm making this material right now. We're gonna provide in here in the training side exactly how you market for these leads, right? And when you get a lead that comes in, so it'll, your lead could come in either through the phone, right? Or it'll come in through the landing page we create for you. You do have to talk to these people, because we do have to make sure that they fit the mold, right? First of all, our minimum loan amount is $1 million, and I think we go to 50 million. And then there's certain property types that we can handle. And by making sure these leads come in, fit the mold, it's really to the benefit of us and you, because we're making sure that we can maximize our revenues off of it and how much we can get paid. Because just like residential stuff, certain commercial loan types, building types, and loans provide a different amount of revenue than others, right? So we're kind of going for the big stuff, the bigger stuff, but we'll teach you all that. We teach you how to do that stuff. So you are going to pre-screen, a lead when it comes in and talk to them. And I will point out that when that lead comes in, let's say it doesn't fit the mold for us, you've still got a lead there of someone that's trying to do something real estate related. That lead could, if it doesn't fit, if they're not looking for a $4 million strip mall loan, you could still have these conversations with these guys and see if there's anything else you can help them with. So it will be a new lead gen source for you. There might be somebody who needs to sell a house or has rental properties or apartments that you can refer to an agent, maybe something like that. I'm just saying it'll generate leads to you. But for the ones that do fit the mold, right, all you would do is come up here and create a new loan. All right. And you just fill out this little form while they're on the phone, and that's it. This is all you do. That's the extent of your responsibility. Okay. Once the loan gets submitted, our team will jump on it right away, figure out if we got a deal, call you up, let you know we got a deal, it's in the system, and it'll show here, in the system. And you could tap into it and see any details on it or what's going on with it, of course, right, as it progresses along. So let's talk about the commissions and what you can make on this. And you're just getting paid, a referral fee as a independent contractor. You're going to sign a form, a very short little independent contractor agreement. There's no NMLS involved in this, no CFPB, so we can pay it to you. If you sign up as a marketing agent with us, we can pay it to you, and you're going to get paid 25% of whatever the commission is that we earn on this deal. So, I'll give you an example. If you have $1 million loan and the company's making 1%, that's $10,000, right? Your cut of that would be 2,500 bucks. Okay. So on the low side, you're looking at probably 2,500 bucks. I mean, and on the high side, it could be 25,000. Who knows? It could be quite a bit. That's how that all works. You do, to sign up with us, to go through that process, there is a one-time fee that you do have to pay to be a part of all this and get the training, our marketing materials, and and all this stuff. It's 995 bucks one time. That 995 bucks gets us working to set you up with some marketing materials, and it also puts you on our E&O insurance. That's the stickler. See, we can't pay anything to you unless you're on our E&O insurance, and for us to add you to our E&O insurance, it's going to cost us money, right? So the 995 one-time fee, puts you on our E&O policy, and we get you some marketing materials, and then we're just going to do ongoing trainings and stuff. And keep in mind, I'm trying to sell these loans too, so anything that we do that proves to be successful for us will roll out to you, saying, hey, this is working for us, go do this. So I'll give you an example of that. Like we just did this, we just started this yesterday. Let me go to here. I'm going to go. One of my thoughts is, obviously Google ads would make a lot of sense on this, especially with this landing page, right? So go run a Google ad. We're starting really inexpensively. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Here we go. Let's see, interview biz lending. Here we go. So I just ran this yesterday, so I don't think there's any data yet. It just started yesterday. So yeah, there's nothing. So your campaign is active and your ads are up. You'll start seeing results in a few days. I just pushed the go button on this yesterday, and I ran this little ad: commercial loans, low rates, COVID help. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm only running it at 41 bucks a day, right? So we're experimenting. We're going to be experimenting with what we can run, to get the engagement. But this is just, for me, this is like one of the no-brainer things here. If I can spend, I mean, come on, at 41 bucks a day, I'm at $1,200 a month. If I can work my Google ad to the point where it's where it's generating me enough lead activity to where I'm throwing in maybe 3 or 4 commercial deals into my system a month, that's a nice supplemental addition to my book of business, right? That's a good way to supplement it. It's something that out of all the originators out there in the country, very few of them are going to even do this. So the competitive side of this thing is going to be pretty slim. And there's all kinds of other things you can do. You can certainly get business cards made. We'll make business card templates for you. You start going to, if the time ever comes to where we can go back and do Chamber of Commerce mixers and go meet people and talk to them and all that kind of fun stuff, where you could say, hey, I do residential and I also do commercial. I think that's going to be a cool thing, right? I just think that knowing what we've got, knowing what we're facing going forward, with refis eroding and the purchase market not necessarily being this big bed of roses where you're just going to make up all the difference over there on the purchase side because there's absolutely no inventory, right? I think maybe looking at getting involved in this, as a supplemental way to start experimenting with something new, where you don't have to learn anything all over again, where we're giving you the marketing materials, trying to help you with finding ways to get it in front of people. Uh, you just fill out a little form and get paid. Let's be honest. I mean, the smallest loan amount we do is $1 million. The least we're going to make is 1 point. I mean, it's kind of the minimum commission should roll in at 2,500. I mean, if you close 2 or 3 of those in a month, even if there was on the low side, that would be a nice little supplement. But on average, though, they're more than that. My partners and in this whole thing, they've got multiple transactions right now, that are $20 million loans, $15 million loans. Do the math. Um, another thing that he just told me that we have to get out to everybody is that the COVID relief type commercial loans that are available now. One of the big ones is mobile home parks. So finding a list of all the mobile home parks in your area and who owns them, you can do. I got a list of. So what I did is I am going to send postcards. I'll send them out this week, having my postcards printed, the one that I showed you, and I got a list from my title company. And I was just, I said, hey, for my county, Solano County and Yolo County, which are kind of next to each other, commercial owners, property owners, I got that list, and I could even filter it by property types, and in our training, we'll show you the property types that you can do with us. And I filtered it 2,000. I have 2,000 commercial owners. I got the labels already. I'm having the postcards printed. I'm going to stick a stamp on there, and boop, I'm figuring, if it cost me $800 maybe or something to print the postcards, pay for the postage. I don't even know what it's going to cost. I'll let you know on a future one. But if I did that just once a month, just steadily, just always stayed in front of these owners, I mean, over a little bit of time, I just feel like I know I'm going to get some business out of this. My goal would be to do like, 5 or 6 of these a month, and hopefully, in about the $4 or $5 million range, and just for just marketing, just for running a Google ad, sending postcards, I mean, it's just a thought, man. It's a thought to supplement it. I put the link to nrpbizlending.com in there. You can go there. You can sign up now. The training will be done probably the end of the week here, and you could start marketing this right away. I mean, we're going to create your landing page for you right away, get your postcard template right away. I'll be working on business card templates, but you can do your own, whatever you want to do. How about all the commercial real estate agents in town, right? Oh, here's another thing I thought of. Now, this is a little tricky for you, but for me, I can do it. You may find a way to be able to do this. So I was talking to our partner over here, Kian, and I go, like, man, we start Google AdSensing this stuff everywhere and start getting these leads in and having conversations with people. We might come across people who are like, yeah, I want to get a commercial loan. I'm thinking of buying a commercial building. Oh, are you working with a commercial real estate agent yet? No, not yet. No problem. I've got a relationship with one. Right now, for me, I am a real estate person now. My mother is my broker, but she's a real estate broker. Well, in real estate, you can do referral fees all the time, right? Real estate, I'm in California, I could send a buyer to somebody in Arizona. We sign a little referral agreement. When that person sells that buyer a house, right, and gets paid, I get like a 25% referral fee off of that sale. That's in real estate. We do that all the time. Well, commercial real estate, if you're connected to a real estate agent or connected to a broker, if your wife or your spouse is the real estate agent or broker, right? When I'm fielding these leads when they come in, I'm trying to get the commercial loan. But if I find that I've got a guy who needs a commercial real estate agent, I'm going to connect them to that guy and get a referral form in there to get paid a referral on that real estate deal when it goes down. I already talked to a guy in Austin, Texas. Our first marketing is in Austin, Texas. Our Google ad that we ran out there, and I've already got a commercial real estate agent out there. It's like, bring it. 15% referral is what it is over there. for commercial. But you know, I mean, somebody buying a commercial building in Austin, Texas, it's going to be millions of dollars. You know, even 15% is going to be just a wonderful referral fee. So there's that. I mean, I just think that looking at this commercial space, given the simplicity of what we've put together, the fact that you get the marketing materials and all that, it's only a one-time fee of $9.95. I think that your creative juices could start to flow on this. And I think it would be inspirational to, you know, to feel like, okay, even though I'm losing refis and I know there's not a lot that I can do on the purchase side because there's no inventory, at least I've got this other thing, you know what I mean, that I can kind of work and see what I can get done. So, I mean, that's what I wanted to bring up to you. I know it's kind of a pitch for something I'm doing, but I think it's an honest, you know, consideration based on the scenario that's going down in our market right now. I think it's a completely honest consideration. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm pretty much done. And I'm at 9:31, so I kept you only to 30 minutes. The link to NREP Biz Lending is in the chat, or you just go to NREP Biz Lending online and get started. Once you guys get signed up, we'll immediately get a hold of you and get your marketing materials created for you. So you can start right away. But any questions from anyone? Everybody got anything? I don't see anything in the chat or in the questions box. I'll stick around for another minute or so, see if there's any questions that anybody might have. Had a nice little turnout today. So, all right. Well, hey, man, if there's no questions, you know, good luck out there. Best of luck. I hope at the end of the day, no matter what, if you learned anything from today, is you need to start planning now for something to supplement. When refis erode, the purchase side is not necessarily going to be your huckleberry. Certainly going to have to work it, certainly going to have to go down that path, but it's not going to make up for the losses that you're going to take on the refi side. I think you need something else. And if it's not what I proposed to you today, you better find something else to supplement for a while. All right, so I guess that's it. So thanks a lot for showing up and being here. I hope that was useful, and we'll talk to you guys later.